Yeah, I think obviously quite an intense day, but coming out after 6 o'clock, we're very happy. I think the guys fought hard. Very tough conditions, tough decision to make at the toss, with obviously overhead conditions telling us to bat, but with a little bit of extra grass on the wicket. So I thought we were under quite a bit of pressure, but yeah, at the end of the day, guys are feeling very positive. Yeah, obviously we'll only know probably after tomorrow, but those runs down the bottom there, especially in tough batting conditions, are really vital. So really just encouraging them to practice, encouraging them to have a game plan, and as you've seen, most of them can actually bat. And I think it's just really getting them to believe in that. And batting is a huge confidence game. And knowing what conditions we were going to have here, those runs are always vital on these sort of wickets. So hopefully they do give us a bit of a cushion later on in the game. Yeah, luckily our phones get taken away. I would have been looking for an Uber and try and go back to the hotel. No, I mean, they're a quality bowling attack. And at that stage, I was sitting there wondering how we're going to score a run. And I just think the class and the genius of AB de Villiers, and obviously the tenacity of the captain, that partnership, I think it was even just 1 over where AB just changed the game, really. He made the bowlers have to worry about their lengths, and I think that partnership of 100 runs just really got us back in the game, got belief back in the change room. But at 12 for 3, yeah, not a great feeling as a batting coach. Definitely the genius of AB de Villiers. You can't, as a batting coach, I don't really tell him how to bat. But as a general philosophy, I think as a batter, you go out there to score runs. And on a wicket like that, you're not going to get many opportunities to. So I would rather they looking to score, and then your last sort of mindset is to leave or defend. And I think they did that well.
Yeah, what was the top?
Yeah, I mean, I think we know he's a fierce competitor, and I think the LB decision that it didn't go their way the ball before probably added a bit to it. But I don't think the guys took much notice of it. Yeah, I think brilliant. From Otis I think he's been outstanding with him over the last couple of weeks, getting him back in. He had another sort of scare, and I just think that 1 wicket will do a world of good for him. I think he bowled beautifully. His pace was up there, what he normally bowls with a new ball. I think you normally see him crank it up with an older ball, but he was right up there. And to get him into this series straight away, and hopefully his body stays good. But I think from a mental point of view, that was a massive 4 overs or 5 overs that he bowled. That's I think a huge going to be a massive benefit for us.
What was the scare? Was it scared?
No, I think he's just not really. His he hasn't bowled for so long. So every time he bowled, there was always a little niggle here and a niggle there, and then you lose a bit of confidence. As a bowler, he's not exactly in the youth of his career. So, and I think Otis and the guys around have been brilliant with him, and these last 3 or 4 days he's been outstanding, and obviously what you've seen out there, he's nearly back to his best. Yeah, it was probably a nice situation to have, and we had, like I said, it was a tough decision to also what we were going to do first, because we wanted to have conditions that where the ball carried and there was a bit of pace, and you would have always thought that we play the extra batter. I do joke with the bowlers that we have got 3 all-rounders, so we've thought that balanced it out. But I think with AB and Faf being back, then that decision, you've got your top 6 batters that all average over 40 in Test cricket. So we wanted to go with a strong bowling attack and our best batters at this time, and we just felt on that wicket that that was, I'm not part of the selection committee, but as a group, that was the best team. And you know, the good side of it and the positive side of it is that Temba's in great form. You know, there's nothing wrong with the way he's playing, but he's just, you know, it is a very strong batting unit.
Great.
Dale, how did you come back and how do you think it will go tomorrow?
So the general feeling is that the pitch gets quicker. We thought it would be a bit slower, and I don't think we got it 100% right. I think it was quick and it moved quite quickly, and I think their bowlers have got some extra pace as well. But I do think there's enough there. And generally, my experience at Newlands is the morning session is really where it does more. And then I think the ball obviously gets a bit older, but the wicket does tend to play a bit easier as the day goes on. And I think overhead conditions can also play a role. So I do think that the wicket has got a bit easier. I think we got a tough first hour or so. But to have 280 odd on the board is, you know, we're quite happy to have those runs.
Okay, Jason. Are you
It was going to be hot all the way through.
Yeah, I think there was a few. It wasn't just a straightforward decision in many ways. I think with, you know, Vern's also been out for a while, Dale's been out for a while. To go in with just 3 seamers and one of those in that attack, I think we were worried that, you know, we're going to take a bit of a risk. Keshav is, for me, it's the first time South Africa's had we've had some very good spinners, but this is a world-class spinner, and it's traditionally known that it does turn a bit here. So I think it was just the way that we felt we're going and covering all bases to have the 4 seamers. It takes a bit of pressure off Dale to get himself into the series. I think he's a huge weapon to South African cricket, and like I said, with all of those factors, considering all those factors, that was the best team that we felt we should play.